What's up guys, this is Chad G out here on this beautiful January day. It's about 40 degrees out, which is unheard of out here in Michigan. This is my first vlog, so bear with me. What better way to start this vlog out than with a 2000 Honda Civic Em1. This is the current project and this is what's going to kick off my vlog series. It's a pretty clean Honda Civic Em1. Needs some love. 120,000 miles. I got it for a pretty good deal. This is not really a keeper car, it's more of a fix it up and flip car. But I just want to introduce this thing to you guys, pull it out. Beautiful Electron blue pearl paint. It's not original paint, but they did a pretty good job on it. Super stoked to pick this up. This is my third Em1. I've had a black one, a red one, and finally found an Electron blue pearl. As you can see, it needs a lot of work. That door needs to be lubed up. The interior is nice. The only thing I've done is put that Mugen shift knob in because it didn't have a shift knob, but the interior is really nice. I apologize for the video quality. Right now I'm filming from an iPhone. That's all I have right now, but I'm hoping to get some better equipment here in the next couple months. But just wanted to introduce you guys to the M1. I'm gonna get it cleaned up. It's covered in dirt and salt, all sorts of crap. But I'm gonna clean it up, pull it in, and I'll show you guys what she looks like all cleaned up. Okay, so she's all cleaned up. Nice to see it out of the garage. She looks a lot better in the video than she does in person. Now that it's clean, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought the paintwork was a lot nicer, but if you get up close, you can see there's a lot of flaws, a lot of little flaws in the paint. But no big deal, you know. It'll make somebody a really good daily driver, or even like a track build, you know. But not a keeper for me. If this car was not, you know, if this car was all original, it would definitely be a keeper. But you know, I just always wanted one. I like working on these cars. Just going to talk a little bit about the plans for this thing. The main issue with this car currently is it needs a clutch. It's been subject to the abuse of its previous owners, and it's got some questionable modifications. The main one being the clutch is like a stage 4, and it is just terrible to drive. It's impossible to drive. It doesn't slip at all. I gotta find the original wheels. It's got the HX wheels, I think is what those are. Flat tire. The tires are bald, but it's got a lot of potential. I'm gonna pop the hood for you guys, and we'll take a look at the interior again, and we'll talk about the plans for it. There's the hood popped. It's got some cool parts. The carbon Kevlar parts are pretty cool, but as you can see, the radiator support is a little dinged up from probably a front end crash, which is probably why the entire car was painted. I assume this thing was all original until one of the previous owners got it and they fixed it and got it on the road. I do like the valve cover. The red looks cool. It's gonna need a new radiator. The AC system needs to be fixed up. It's all tied up. Needs a power steering pump, clutch. But I mean, it's a pretty clean swap, you know, not leaking any oil or anything. It drives great apart from the clutch. So we're gonna get this thing in the garage. We're gonna start working on it. Give me a couple months. This is gonna be a really nice daily driver. You know, I'm gonna get it out when the snow stops falling. Get it on the road, just kind of daily drive it, bomb around in it. You know, work out all the kinks before I put it up for sale, because I'm trying to make, you know, at least 1,500, maybe 2,000 on this thing when I go to sell it. So I'm gonna pull it in the garage. I got some family things I gotta do this afternoon, and then tonight I'm gonna come back out in the garage. Hopefully it's not too cold in the garage, and we're gonna start working on it. Plans will be to pull the entire swap. I gotta put the clutch in, obviously. Ordered an Excetti OEM style organic clutch just to make it, you know, a nice daily driver. You don't need to have a crazy clutch in a stock B series car. So get the clutch in, probably do timing belt, water pump, all the maintenance things. And there's some wiring issues in the bay that need to be cleaned up. And then, you know, touch up on the body. Other than that, probably get a new front lip for it. Wheels and tires. You know, enjoy it for a couple months, put it up for sale. Okay, so it's later in the evening. I'm out here in the garage tonight, and unfortunately, if you look behind me there, one of my lights burnt out tonight. So my wife's out at the store. I'm gonna go ahead and get that light bulb installed and then get the heater going in here because it's about 45 degrees in here right now. I'm gonna try to keep it at least that warm in here tonight so I can at least start on the EM1. Probably not gonna get as much done as I planned. I'm gonna start disconnecting things, hopefully get all the what I call underwork done, all the work that needs to be done underneath the car to get the engine pulled. I'll try to, document this as a how to, pull the swap on a Honda Civic. So, hang in there. I'm gonna get this light bulb changed and we're gonna start working on the EM1. Oh, by the way, guys, welcome to my garage. This is where it all happens. I love this garage. This is why I bought this house. It's a 32 by 48, and just by the way, for future reference, this isn't going to be just an automotive vlog. It's going to be a garage vlog as well. So this garage is going to completely transform from what it is now into a vision that I have. I just built a pole barn last summer out in the backyard, so all of my storage needs are going to be for the barn in the backyard, and then all this stuff that you're seeing here that's crowding this entire place up is going to go down in the barn, nicely organized, and then I've got 3 walls here that need to be insulated, and then I'm probably going to do not sure if I'm going to do OSB or if I'm going to do the sheetrock yet on the walls, but I just want it to look really nice and clean and organized in here because right now, as you can see, it's a mess. But it's winter time. At least I cleaned the floors yesterday. I was able to clean the floors off, which is awesome, to get the salt and everything out of there. But there's a lot of work that's going to happen in the next year in the garage and on the garage itself, and that's one of the other reasons why I have this EM1. It's to make some money so that I can invest in the garage and the house and make this place look like super nice. And I don't know if within the year I'll be able to get a lift in here or not, but there will be a lift installed probably in this garage in that back corner there, either this year or next year. Or I might end up putting the lift in the barn. I haven't decided yet. But for now, this is the working garage, and there's going to be a lot of changes in here because this is my main workspace. Lots of work gets done in here. Just finished up the Lexus, or got like phase 1 of the Lexus build finished off. It's back on the road. It needed a clutch, needed some maintenance, front end work, brakes, stuff like that. So that's running, driving. It's in a place now where I can start working on the EM1 because the Lexus is not going to get sold. That's a car that I'm going to keep for, at least a few years because I need to have a 4-door. So we'll get into the Lexus later on. There's going to be a lot of cool things happening to the Lexus in the next year, so stay tuned for that, as well as the garage. And then I also have, this nice Type R here that's going to go into my hatchback. I have an EH2 or EG6, EG hatchback out in the barn. It's out in storage. I don't drive it at all in the wintertime. I really don't drive it much in the summertime either unless it's to and from the track. So that's going to come out in the springtime. There's a lot of cool things that are going to happen. I want you guys to hang in there, like my videos, please comment, give me some suggestions, subscribe, that would be awesome. I really want to try to provide you guys with, some really good content here. That's why I started this whole YouTube channel, is because, I've noticed that there's a lot of great automotive content out there, but there's not a whole lot of good Honda content. So my goal is to, try to provide you guys with some really good Honda-based, automotive garage, do-it-yourself content here. So first thing I'd like to do is on this EM1 is I got to air up this flat tire because before doing any big job on a car, I like to test drive it first so that I know any kind of issues that I'm going to try to fix as far as like drivability, how the car performs. I haven't driven this car, and I think it's been 2 months since I've had it, and it's just been sitting in the garage. So I'm gonna take it for a spin, and I know it needs a clutch. I know it needs like some suspension work. So I'm gonna start with the clutch first, obviously. Clean up the wiring issues like I said before, but I think that there might be some other issues that I don't really remember because I haven't driven it in 2 months. So I'm gonna take it for a spin really quick, beat on it a little bit, see if I notice anything else that needs to be addressed while I have it up on jack stands, basically, because this thing's going to probably be on jack stands for, probably until the weather breaks, so probably April or so. So I need to get a list of all the things that I need to, take care of while it's up on jack stands or while I'm working on it, so I don't have to, keep lifting it and dropping it, lifting it and dropping it. So I'm going to take it for a spin. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just got back, just got done driving it. First impression after not driving this thing for over 2 months is it's actually pretty good. It's not as bad as I thought. Main issue is the clutch. You know, the clutch needs to be replaced. It's super just stiff. The engagement's terrible, and the clutch just needs to be replaced. It does not need to have as aggressive of a clutch as it has. The only other thing I noticed was obviously tire vibration and pulling. The tires in this car are junk. I already knew that. It needs wheels and tires. Now, another thing I noticed while driving it is the shifter. I don't know if you can see the shifter there, but the shifter, it's really difficult. Let me see if I can get it to focus differently. But the shifter is like, it's really far forward. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I can show it to you guys on the film here, but you see how far forward that shifter is? Something is wrong here. It's like misinstalled or something. That's third gear, and that is really where it should sit in neutral. So the shift linkage or something is like too far back, or the shifter is not installed correctly, or it's incorrect or something like that. I don't really know. I won't know until I get under there and look at it, but the shifter was really annoying, like especially going from, you know, from second to third. I was like really reaching. I mean, and I got long arms. I'm 6'1", and I still had to like lean forward to get it into third gear. So really weird issue. Not sure what's up. Something's misinstalled there. So another previous owner issue I got to take care of. But other than that, you know, we're looking at some pretty easy fixes here. Just some wiring fixes. The clutch, obviously, the shifter, and wheels and tires. I mean, should be good to go. I didn't notice any issues with the suspension or steering. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to shake it down once I get it up, but I mean, I don't expect to find anything major anyway. So I'm going to start working on this thing. I'm going to put you in a time lapse and check it out. Oh crap. Forgot to turn my music off. Alright, so it's getting later, it's getting colder. Unfortunately the AC doesn't work. I just tested that, which is kind of no surprise because as you can see the AC system is pretty beat up there. I was told that it works, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I'll get it fixed. Just add it to the list of things I gotta do. An EM1 without AC it's just not the same car, you know. It's like you buy the EM1 for like all the cool options that it came with from the factory, so it's got to have AC. I think my dad has a full AC system in his parts car, which is a 2000 EK hatch, so I'm going to talk to him, see how much he wants for his AC components. That should take care of my AC issue. Other than that, haven't really started working on it yet, just been kind of lazy tonight, dinking around the garage, picking up some tools and stuff, but I'm going to get with it now. Put this in time lapse. Okay guys, so I lied. I didn't do the bottom work. I did the top work first. So everything is pretty much completely disconnected up top and the engine's ready to come out up top, but I just gotta work on the bottom. I'm gonna call it a night tonight. It's getting late, but I just wanted to show you guys a couple tricks here on the EKs. This is where the main harness goes for the engine, which goes, I have it laid over the top of the engine right here, and lots of people I've seen, when removing the engine, they disconnect all the sensors, you know, the injectors, everything, every single sensor, and they leave the engine harness in the chassis of the car. Now, it's a lot quicker and a lot easier to just, I'll show you guys here, you go inside and you peel the carpet back. There's the ECU right there, you disconnect it, and if you lay on the floor, you can see the hole, and you can just push it up through the engine bay. Just like that. And I broke one of the studs there, so I gotta fix that. It's really dirty and grimy down there. Everything's gonna get cleaned up. But that's just a really easy trick. As far as the engine harness goes, all you have to do is pull the ECU or the main harness up, and there's one connector right here that you've got to disconnect, and as you can see, I've got a broken wire there. Questionable wiring job here for the wipers. I don't know why that was modified. And then if you look down there, that little green connector, that is the power steering pressure switch that needs to be disconnected. Apart from that, there's no wiring that needs to be disconnected. Oh, well, there's the main fuse box wires, 2 wires that go right there. So simple, easy. That's all you gotta do for the wiring. Obviously hoses, I still gotta undo the main fuel line. I didn't want to smell fuel vapors all night and tomorrow night, so that'll be the last thing that I disconnect there is the main fuel. I'm kind of torn, super bummed about the AC not working. And then if you look down here, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's just a mess of wires down there for the AC, and they're all like broken and torn. So AC is not looking too good on this car. This right here would be the reverse switch, which is broken. If you look right there, get that out of the way. Right there, I got some corroded wires for the VTEC solenoid that needs to be resolved. I don't know if you guys can see, but down there, right here, is a broken connector. That's the fan switch that's broken. That's why the fans were on all the time in this car. As soon as you keyed on, the fans would just run all the time because that sensor is broken. So not a big deal. I'll take care of it. So yeah, everything's pretty much done up top. The AC is disconnected. Power steering is disconnected. Just gotta do the main fuel line and the mounts, and then obviously all the work underneath the car. So today we went over the introduction of the vlog here. You guys were introduced to the EM1. I will introduce you guys to my other cars soon. So you know, make sure you guys check back. I'm gonna try to put a video out at least once a week on progress. Once the weather breaks and it gets nicer out here, I'll be out in the garage, you know, almost every night or every night that I can, and I'll try to film. I got the IS300. I have an EJ1 coupe. I have the EH2 hatch. My dad has 2 EKs that we're going to be working on here once the weather gets nicer. He's got a black coupe from California that's pretty clean, and it needs we're just going to do an engine swap on it. But stay tuned for this. I'm going to be out in the garage tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys the underwork basically. I'll try to film some of it. Like, I got a quick, easy way to get the bitch pin out, which is always a pain in the ass. I don't know if you've ever worked on a Honda, you know the bitch pin's always a pain in the ass. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go inside now. It's getting cold out. Hopefully it stays, you know, relatively warm like this for tomorrow, so that I can, you know, come out here and work again. If it gets below like 20 degrees out, you know, I don't like to be out in the garage because it's just too cold. So thanks guys. You know, today like I said, we introduced you to the Civic. We got it cleaned up. It's not all dusty anymore. We got all the top work done on the engine. So stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna get the engine out. Hopefully tomorrow, at least all the bottom work will be done, and it'll be ready to pull the engine out on maybe the next video after that. But I shouldn't have any problem getting it out tomorrow. You know, I've been kind of dinking around tonight. I lost a bunch of tools, so I've been like trying to find my tools. You know, I had the IS in the garage, you know, working on that for like at least a month, and then I was out 2 weekends ago down in the barn pulling an engine out of my coupe because I was selling it. So I have tools up here, I have tools down there, and you know, I didn't make good progress tonight like I was hoping. So and I've just been being lazy. So stay tuned guys. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, you know, let me know, give me some pointers, give me some advice, you know. Subscribe, you know, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll have another video. We're probably gonna get that engine out. Take it easy guys.